Hi guys. Can you hear me? Yeah, good. First of all, I just really like to thank everybody for being here today. I'd like to thank Dawn and Cindy Borlaug for having us up here today. Can you find a nicer spot ever anywhere? I wrote some stuff just because I know that this is going to be hard. I need to stay on track. No, I got it. For those of you that don't know me, I am Peter Victor. I am Jason's older brother. Some of my fondest memories of Jason are from our childhood growing up in Vancouver, British Columbia, where we did what little boys do. We rode bikes, we played soccer and baseball, but most of all, we loved to play street hockey. It was by far my brother's favorite sport. He was always the goalie, he was always the boss, and he took that all the way through his soccer career, being a goalie also. Jason was kind of a goalie, to be honest. I remember our parents taking us camping every year on the Vedder River. We would look forward to this trip every single year, just because we got to see our good friend Rick, who was about 6 years older than us. And he was nice enough to let us tag along doing everything the big boys do. We would frog hunt, we would ride bikes, we would fish, we would catch mud puppies, if anybody knows what a mud puppy is. I remember one time at the campfire, sitting around the campfire one night, my brother had disappeared, and all of a sudden he's screaming bloody murder around the front of the trailers. Well, what he had done is he had picked up one of the electrodes that Rick uses to pull the worms out of the earth at night, and it was stuck to his hand. My dad got up, running to his rescue, got it shooken off of him. Jason got scolded, Dad was pissed, and somehow I got sent to bed too. Shortly after that, in our early adolescence, we moved to Hillsboro, Oregon. We had a short stint at Ladd Acres Elementary School. Go Ladd Acres. Go Ladd Acres. And then we finally found permanent residence in Rock Creek, where we met most of our friends. Moving around really strengthened Jason and my relationship with one another. We were best buddies. Jason had many friends, but no more special than our friend Michael Yasnovsky. They were always together, always adventuring. As a young man, Jay took up skateboarding and was quite good, even competing in a couple amateur events. He took up drumming and participated in both junior high and high school drum corps. Towards the end of his high school career, Jason took up a construction job as a laborer for a framing company. He would come home and tell us about what he was learning and doing. I think I was working for a video store at that time. I was interested and shortly after followed his steps and got my own job in construction. After several years, we ended up incorporating with our best buddy Chad Wisniewski and took our short turn into business ownership. We had our ups and downs, but I will never forget and always cherish the time the three of us spent together. We somewhat ruled the world at that time. In our early 20s, we happened to take up archery elk hunting. I can thank Jeff and Mike Bauer for this, taking us under their wing and tutelage and getting us out in the woods, and something that we will never, ever forget. The stories that come from being in the field with your brother and your best friends last forever and ever and ever. I can remember a time, about 6 years ago, I'd say maybe, Nate and Jason and I, we didn't draw tags for Eastern Oregon. So we ended up hunting the Coast Range. We had elk tags and deer tags. We hunted not too far, just off above the Wilson River for a weekend. It was a short stint. Nate and I, up and ready, out of camp early, Jason seemed to always be the one kind of dawdling behind in his latter years. Whatever that was, we didn't know, but Nate and I aren't the ones to wait for him. It was getting daylight, and we started cruising. He'll meet us up the trail, right? We got about 3/4 to our destination, and I saw a deer up on a hillside. I stopped Nate. I had wanted to shoot a mule deer that year, but Nate was dripping at the fangs and said, I'll go get that deer. So up the hill Nate went, sneaking, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, starting to get daylight. Nate got into position for a shot. I see his bow go off, and nothing happens. I see Nate jack another arrow, and I see it go about 6 feet in front of him. I go, well, this isn't going well. The deer at this point is like, oh, I think that's Nathan Young. And it got up and it went around the corner. I was down on the gravel road, so I went around the corner with it. This time I see Jason come up the road on his quad. He stops and I say, hey, there's a deer right there. You want to shoot it? Because Nate's already, he's done. Jason's like, I'll shoot it. I'm like, great. That deer came up, standing about 40 yards above us. Jason took a hack at it, flew right over it, probably about 3 feet over its back. Deer bounces back up into the clear cut, and comes around the corner again. Presents itself again. I'm like, you gonna take another stab at it? He's like, I got this. All right. Jay loads one up, lets her rip. Nope, there it goes again, right over its back. I'm like, oh my God, come on. This deer has survived 4 arrows. Oh boy. One more time. It goes around the corner one more time. All it's trying to do at this point is get out of this clear cut and get into the deep timber, but there's a road and Jason and I standing in the way. Jason looks at me and goes, Pete, you shoot it. I don't want to shoot it. You shoot it. I said, please just shoot it. Okay. I go, if I shoot it, I'm going to tag it. Just shoot it. Like, oh, okay. I rear back, aim, 60 yards uphill, let one go, and I hear a smack, and that buck comes flying over the backside of the hill. And Jason looks at me and goes, you missed it. I'm like, I didn't miss it. I'm pretty sure you missed it. I'm like, oh my God. We round up Nate. We make a game plan, grab our backpacks, go up the hill, hit the flat top, and that deer's laying there dead as a doornail. Jason looks at me and says, you didn't miss it. Now, Nate and Jason could have taken off that day and gone and had their hunt on the last day of our archery deer and elk season. But that's not what Jason did. He helped me the whole day. We got that deer off the hill. We got it back to camp. We got it skinned. We got it cleaned up. We took it into town. And it was just him and I. That was Jason. He was always helping. It didn't matter that he had missed that deer and Nate had missed that deer. It was that I got that deer that day and he was so proud of me. That's who Jason was. When I think of words to describe my brother, the first one that comes to mind is selfless. Jason was always for somebody else. It didn't matter. He didn't want for anything. The only thing he wanted was his boys to be healthy and happy. I remember when Jason decided that he thought he was going to buy a brand new Bronco, the one sitting right down there that his son Cooper drives now. It was hours and hours of deliberation. I can't remember how many times that we talked about it.
My husband's.
We finally got to a point, he's like, okay, I'm going to buy it. I'm like, dude, you should. You deserve it. You work so damn hard, you never do anything for yourself. You never buy anything for yourself. Buy that damn truck. Love that damn truck. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna call him. 5 minutes later, my phone rings. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, Jason, I'm not gonna have this conversation with you again. And he got off the phone, he ordered that truck, and there it sits. Father. Jason was one of the best dads I've ever known. He loved his boys more than anything. He lived for them. And like Nate said, it did not matter what was going on. If he had committed to his boys that day, he was gone. That is what he was doing. Jason was a husband and companion. Jason was loving. He was generous. He was playful, and he was kind-hearted. Jason was a friend. Anyone that knew Jason knew that he was one of a kind. He was easy to talk to. He was funny. He was sometimes antagonistic, just to get a laugh and a smile. You could always count on Jason, and his word was as good as gold. You always knew what to expect from Jason. Brother. Jason was the best brother anybody could ever ask.